Welcome to this siesta yoga session that focuses on the winter solstice. Start by lying down with your eyes open. Take in everything around you as you breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Now close your eyes and continue to try and take in everything else around you. Has anything altered? Can you still picture where you are, or is your image changing? Remember to keep breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale. Now, picture where you would really like to be. Notice your breath, the steadiness and the regularity as you breathe in and breathe out. Inhaling and exhaling. Once your breath has reached a steady rhythm, you can open your eyes and begin your physical practice. We're going to start with some arm stretches, taking the arms out, all the way up, trying to get the fingertips to meet, and then back down, nice and slowly, and then up again for the second time, and then back down. Keep the arms nice and long, and then up a third time. Don't worry if you can't get the fingertips to meet, and back down. And then we're going to come onto hands and knees. Push back towards the heels and stretch the arms out, bringing the forehead down. Keep breathing. And then come up, and then take the hands over to one side and push back down. Take a couple of breaths here. And then back up, back to the middle, and over to the other side. And come back down. And then back up, back to the middle, and then come into tabletop pose. Make sure the arms are nice and straight. Spread the fingers out and then arch your spine up, tucking the chin in, and then dip down, curling the spine in the opposite direction, but keeping the neck nice and long. And then arching up again, and dipping back down, and then arching up a third time, and dipping down, and then back into tabletop. And we're just going to lift the feet up if possible and hold for a second or two, and then release and come back into child's pose. After you've taken a few breaths here, you're going to come up into tabletop,
tuck the feet under, push back into downward facing dog, and then bring the feet towards the hands and slowly come up into mountain. We're going to do one sun salutation. So from mountain, making sure feet are underneath hips, raising the arms up, folding forwards, coming up onto fingers, looking ahead, folding forwards again, stepping the feet back into downward dog, and then coming all the way down onto the mat, and then pushing up into your back bend, coming back down, tucking toes under, pushing back up into downward dog. Remember to keep that head nice and low. Then bringing the feet towards the hands, coming up onto fingertips, folding forward once more, and then slowly reaching up, or reach the arms up, and then release. Give the shoulders a little roll if needed. And then we're going to come into warrior one, so stepping your right foot back and turning the toes out roughly 45 degrees, bending the left knee, but your hips are going to face the same way as the left toes, and bringing the arms up. Then on an exhale, you're going to take the arms out, then inhale back up, taking out on a second exhale, inhale back up, out on a third exhale, inhale back up, and then you're going to release the arms, and you're going to change the position of the back foot, bringing it round a little more to come into triangle. So left hand goes down the left leg, right arm goes up. If you're able to put the left hand on the floor, you can do, or on a block. So just keep breathing. You can look up at the right hand if that's comfortable enough. And then breathe in to come all the way back up. Then you're going to bend that left knee. Bring the left arm down onto the thigh and extend up again. And then once more, if you are able to take the hand all the way down onto the floor, you can do, but don't overstretch yourself. And then we're going to bring the right hand down as well. Turn the back foot so it's facing forwards. Bring the back foot forwards and slowly bring the body back up to mountain. So we're going to do the same thing again on the left side. So this time you're going to take your left foot back and just take it as far back as you're comfortable with. Bending the right knee, bringing the arms up. Then on an exhale, stretch the arms out. Inhale. And remember to go at your own breathing pace. Exhale for the second time. And then inhale. Exhale for the third time. And then inhale back up to warrior one. Then release the arms, straighten the front leg and bring the back foot into position. You're turning the hips so they're facing the long edge of the mat now, and the right hand goes down the leg, left arm comes up. So just keep breathing. And then breathe in to come back up, then bend that right leg, right forearm comes onto thigh, left arm goes back up, Again, if you're able, you can bring the right hand down, and then you're going to turn your body to bring the left hand down, take the right hand to the other side, and then turn the back foot, bring it forwards, and come up, back into mountain. From mountain, we're going to step the right foot back, but keep the toes pointing forwards, and then bring the right knee down, bending the left knee as well. Hands either side of the left foot, and then if you're able, you can push the right knee back a little more. So spend as much time as you need making any adjustments. So you can see I've got my toes curled under on my right foot. You can have the foot flat on the floor, but I find it easier to have toes curled. You can keep the hands where they are, or you may be able to bring the body up and stretch the arms up. And then once the hands are back down, you're going to keep the hands in position, but slowly push back and lift up the sole of the foot, the left foot, off the mat. And feel a stretch in your hamstrings along the back of the left leg. And then come back into position. You can repeat this a couple of times if you wish. And then you're going to bring the back foot forward. So do it nice and slowly. And then take your left foot back, dropping the knee, again pushing it as far back as is comfortable. Bringing the arms up if you feel stable enough. Remember to use your core muscles as well to keep you steady. And then hands are either side of the front foot, and you're slowly going to straighten that leg and push back. Again, feeling that nice stretch all along the back of the right leg. And then come back into position. Bring the left leg forward a little, and you can take the right leg back, come back onto your heels, and bring yourself into a seated position. So stretching the legs out, toes pointing up. Raise the arms up and exhale over the legs. Keep breathing. And then come back up, and we're going to cross our legs. So taking one foot underneath, and then if that feels comfortable enough, you may want to take it a step further by taking the knee over to the top and then having the knees in line with each other. If it pulls too much here, then come out of it. You can either grab your ankles or opposite toes. Another option is, if you feel steady enough, bring the arms out, and whichever leg is on top, take that opposite arm over, forearms together, and feed fingers into the palm. Push up to come into your eagle arms pose. So we've got a combination here of eagle arms and cow-face legs. And keep breathing. And slowly unwind. Stretch the legs out. Do a few ankle rotations if needed before you do the other side. So again, it might be crossing the legs is more than enough, but if you feel you can go further, take the opposite leg over to the top,
So for me, it's not as comfortable on this side as the other side, but I feel steady enough to be able to do the arms straight out, and it's the other arm over the top. You can also touch opposite shoulders as an option, otherwise forearms together, feeding the fingers into the palm, or whichever your version is, and then pushing the arms up. And then untwist, release the arms. This time, take the feet far apart, keep the toes pointing towards you, and just gently push the hands down the legs. Keep breathing. And then come back up. Bring the soles of the feet together. And then grab around the toes or the ankles. And then release. And then you're going to lie back. And make sure you've got enough room on your mat to stretch out. Going to stretch the whole body to begin with, and then bring the arms back down, bend the knees, bring the right knee into the chest and give it a squeeze. If you're able to, you can either use both hands to grab the lower leg as you stretch it, or you may be able to use the right hand to grab the right toes, and you can release the other arm. You may even be able to grab around the foot. Keep the toes pointing towards you. And then bend the knee again and release back to the mat. And repeat for the left. So bringing the left knee into the chest. And stretching the leg up, using the hands to grab around the toes if you're able, or around the side of the foot. And then bend the knee, and then we're going to straighten the right leg, straighten the left leg. So we're going to bend the right knee and then bring it up and over to the left, and this arm can stay on the floor or you can bring it alongside your body, so whichever feels more comfortable. Keep breathing, and then come back and repeat for the other side. And then release, stretch the body out once more, then bring hands to your ribs, bend the knees and allow the knees to fall to either side. You can sway them gently in a smooth rocking motion. And then release, bring the knees together into the chest once more. You can bring your nose up to meet them if you want to. And then it's time to prepare yourself for relaxation. Take a moment to think about what you are grateful for. Try to think of at least 3 things. And as you inhale, send extra gratitude to these things. If your mind starts to wander, simply be an observer of your thoughts and do not judge them. Then bring your attention back to your breath. Just keep breathing. All you need to do right now is breathe. The breath allows you to become calm. Once you are in your comfortable relaxation position, we can begin. The word solstice comes from Latin and translates as the sun stands still. And there are some ancient monuments that were built with an alignment to the solstice sun in some way. Stonehenge has stones which are aligned to frame the sunrise at midsummer and the sunset at midwinter. At this time of year, there can be spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Many do tend to think that summer is the time for sun and nature, but there is plenty happening at this time of year too. And consider what you've seen outside just lately. Maybe some bare trees or some with a few dead leaves still clinging on. Imagine the feel of those leaves, crisp and dry. All other leaves are gone. The trees are outlined against the stark winter sky, naked branches casting silhouettes onto the earth below by a low sun. They have no camouflage, no green canopy which leaves them open to the elements. Yet they remain strong and upright, powerful. And feel the power of your own breath as you inhale and exhale. And you can stay here for as long as you wish. Namaste.